Great Scott! We're talking Back to the Future. Hit it. It was 1985. Rainbow Bright Color Kids averaged $9.99. The border between Gibraltar and Spain was reopened. The Nintendo Entertainment System was released in North American markets, and Doc and Marty began a franchise of exploring the space-time continuum. I'm your host, Jerry D., with another episode of Totally Rad Christmas, the podcast that talks all things Christmas in the 80s. Toys, movies, specials, music, and fads. If it was gnarly during Christmas in the 80s, we got it covered. Now, joining me is a Totally Rad Christmas all-star and a brand new guest from the Now Watch This podcast and the Dork Dad podcast. It's Joe and Lucky. Guys, how's it going?
What's up, Jerry?
Jerry, glad we could finally get back, man. We got to get in so we can get our Ratty Award.
Yeah, I know. It's been a long time coming. I know, Lucky. I know we were trying to schedule something back in May, and then schedules just kept getting messed up. So I'm glad to have you all on.
Yes, finally.
Right, exactly.
Glad to be here.
Well, we know your busy season just got over, right? Or
yes.
Are you getting ready to go in your little off season right now?
At the store, you mean, or for the podcast?
The podcast never sleeps, Jerry. I know that. I mean, I'm sure right after this one, you got another podcast that you're scheduled to be on or something.
Could be, but no, nothing quite like that. Yeah, at the store, we have about 2.5 more months, and then we'll go on our vacation, which is nice. It's nice, just 6 weeks of just me time. So it's awesome. I get to catch up on all my shows, all the podcasts I haven't listened to, like all the games I haven't played. I get to do it all, and that's really cool. The show, I did take like a week or two break, and now I'm coming back. And this is close to the end here of season 2. We only have like 1 or 2 more episodes after this one here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still gotta get you on our show too.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh man. Anything 80s toys, I'm all down for. If it's, I mean, any kind of tie-in, because I know y'all do, movies. Clash of the Titans, like Krull, any of those, man. I'm down for a Sword and Sandals or Sword and Sorcery episode.
Go for it.
Well, see, me with your background, Jerry, I want to get you in on a music themed episode. So I'm saying if we do like, I don't know how long Purple Rain is, but if something like that, or Jerry would be perfect for our first Batman episode, because he's, a Prince fan, a Batman fan, and a comic book fan.
That's
I'm saying
there's no Bale, right? No Bale.
We recently found out that Luck doesn't like Christian Bale's Batman. So,
well, the voice really throws it off.
Maybe that's what it is.
If he had just gone like a little deeper, he didn't have to growl. If he had just kind of gone a little deeper, I think it would have been fine. And the martial arts style that they used, I know is a little bit off as well. But I mean, Christopher Nolan, can't go wrong with his direction. The last one, though, a bit rough for me. I think I saw it like twice, and I'm good. I don't need to see that last one again.
No way.
Yeah. It's hard to understand.
Come on,
I'm okay with the characters. It's just, I don't know, maybe just
y'all hurt my feelings.
Well, I thought Christian Bale portrayed the best Bruce Wayne. Like he had that Playboy Bruce Wayne down, But other than that,
I cried at the last one, Jerry.
Really?
What are you talking about?
Really? Oh, yes.
Man. Batman was going to risk his life for all of us, Jerry. He was
taking
that
every day, if you think about it.
This is true. And then and then at the end, where Michael Caine sees him sitting there and he's like, I wouldn't have to say anything. You wouldn't have to say anything, but I would know that you're there. Oh, come on, guys.
Yeah. I hear you. I'm a Michael Keaton fan. I'm sorry.
Anthony would agree with me. I
There you
think.
go.
Hashtag that's my Batman. But you know what?
Facts.
If I had a time machine, I would definitely go back and convince Michael Keaton to do a few more rather than wait this whole time.
Did you hear about that? There was a recent article saying why he didn't continue.
No,
It's
no,
because
no.
Schumacher, he thought it wasn't dark enough for him.
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
I
wow.
read that. Yeah. It's like, you know what? I get it. Schumacher totally went like the Batman 66 route, which I love Batman 66. But after seeing Tim Burton's versions, it's like, you can't go back to that, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So,
Well, I'm glad we got Keaton coming back. So, that's something to look forward to.
oh, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
super jazzed about that. So that'll be
Yeah.
cool. Speaking of time travel and alternate dimensions, we're here to talk about
Let's bring
Back
it
to the Future and the and the whole franchise, everything Back to the Future. But like, before we dive into it, like, what's your guys' history or experience with what do you remember about Back to the Future?
I don't remember watching it at the movies, but I know I've seen it dozens and dozens of times.
Yeah.
It's classic 80s. I mean, there's I don't know how many shows and other TV shows and movies that reference Back to the Future. It's just an all-time cult classic. I mean, you can't go wrong with Michael J. Fox.
Completely agree. Yeah, there's something he brought like some sort of energy to it that I don't know if you've ever seen that Eric Stoltz footage, just a little bit of it. It's wild, man. I mean, he's like taking it so seriously. And Michael J. Fox, I mean, he's still taking it seriously, but it's like a whole new tone. There's a lot more comedy and awkwardness about it that, it was perfect for it. So I completely hear you. Definitely classic.
Talk about a hit on your ego, though. I mean, they actually filmed stuff with Eric Stoltz, and they said, you know what? Nah, we don't want you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's, oh man, I'd hate to be that because I don't think I could take it.
Right? Like, I mean, we did this movie with you, but I mean, we're going to need to bring in another guy. It's going to cost millions of dollars to us, but we're willing to take that hit.
But you know what?
Yeah, because they made so much more off of it.
Yeah.
But you know what? He came back and Eric Stoltz came back and did the movie Mask, and that movie's great.
Mask was great. Yeah.
But that's it, bro. That's it. Nothing after that.
Because you didn't see his face. No.
So you're telling me the new Back to the Future will go into multi-dimensions and then Eric Stoltz comes back as Marty?
multiverse of Marty's.
It's happening everywhere.
Well, Rick and Morty pretty much already did it. So that's very Back to the Future-esque.
Yes.
I saw another thing too, where just to talk about a little bit, Tom Holland, and they had Tom Holland and as Spider-Man and Tony Stark as Doc and Marty.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that was pretty awesome. But I think for me with Back to the Future, I hate to say it, but like I loved part one. Of course, part one has the infamous lot that all these movies go back to. Right? We talked about it. I want to say
the town square. Yeah.
So what was all in that town square? Monster Squad was filmed in that town square?
Yeah, I forgot I had a list. It was like Monster Squad, Gremlins.
Yeah, that's right.
Like dozens of other movies.
Lethal Weapon, I want to say, had something in there.
So,
but part 3 is my favorite.
Really?
There's a lot of people that think that way.
There's a lot of people that don't think that way.
No, there's a lot of people that think that way, man.
It's funny. I think growing up, part 3 was my favorite also.
Right.
Like when it first came out and like for the first, I don't know, maybe 10 years afterwards. But now, I mean, the first one's just such a classic. It's hard to top. It's really hard to top. Although they did try to top it in a cartoon that we're going to be talking about. Did y'all ever see the cartoon? Because I don't remember seeing this cartoon.
I don't remember seeing it at all. I mean, I knew it existed, but yeah, I never watched it before.
Well, the cartoon ran from 91 to 94, right? In its initial run. And I mean, I think around that age, maybe that would have aged out for us three. Because
close, yeah,
we're right there. And then at that time, you got to think Batman the Animated was coming out, Spider-Man the Animated Series. So
X-Men.
Maybe we were, yeah. So I don't know if we were watching Back to the Future at that point or at that time.
Yeah, and I could have been one of those where it was on. I think it was on at the same time as like Saved by the Bell. And so, I mean, Kelly Kapowski or Back to the Future. I love you, Marty, but I mean, it doesn't compare. Sorry.
Tiffany Thiessen over them any day.
That's right.
And then I want to say it ran again because I remember, I think maybe late 90s, early 2000s, it ran again on Fox Kids.
Fox Kids,
in the morning segment. So it would come on in the morning, and I don't know why I remember it, but I remember it coming on at that time. And one of the things I read was that the producers got away with, they were able to get a grant or something, and it got on TV because I guess a certain percentage of your cartoons have to have an educational kick to it. So I don't know if you got to see any of the episodes beyond the one that we're going to talk about, but at the end they had Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Yeah. He came on. He came on a bit. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and that was the little bit of percentage that they were able to call educational TV and able to get themselves on TV.
Well, one thing, and we'll get into the cartoon, like the actual plot of the cartoon a little bit. I want to dive into the movies first, but one thing I did think was cool was that they actually got some of the voice, some of the original actors back to do the voices. So, what's her name? Mary Steenburgen and Tom Wilson and so Biff and Clara came back to do the actual voices. And then even though he didn't do a voice, Christopher Lloyd came back in like those little segments that would kind of intro each episode and outro it. So that was kind of cool that they actually did that. And I thought Dan Castellaneta, Homer Simpson's voice, I thought he did a pretty good job of capturing Christopher Lloyd's.
It was cool. I found out that it was him, that Homer was the actual voice of Doc Brown. But the other part of it, like Luck was talking about,
what got me, I don't know how many other shows did this, but when I saw this episode, kind of reminded me, I don't know if you remember the Super Mario Brothers show. Mm-hmm. We had, what was his name? Lou Albino as Mario.
Oh yeah,
Captain Lou. The guy is Luigi.
Yeah.
They would do this little intro part, then they'd play the
cartoon,
episode, and then they'd have a little something at the end. That's kind of what it reminded me of when I saw Christopher Lloyd there.
Yeah, and I used to love that Mario show too. In fact, I'm doing a Mario episode pretty soon, so that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, they did a couple. They had a couple Christmas episodes.
They did, yeah. Yeah. So I'm excited to dive into that. But yeah, I don't know how popular that was, but I remember Kid Video did it too. I don't know if you remember Kid Video from like 85, 86. And it was about a little teen rock band that got pulled into like a cartoon universe. So the same thing, they would like have the videos at the end and a couple of clips here and there. And it was like the actual live action. So that was another one. And I guess it was fairly common because it seems to be, but at the same time, it's like, Thundercats, Dungeons and Dragons. They didn't quite do it. So,
Yeah. Well, you had to have that little percentage of it that was somewhat educational. So you see it at the end. I mean, we're going to talk about it at the end of this show.
And knowing is half the battle.
Yeah, the G.I. Joe, right? Like,
that's right. Yeah.
At the end of that, they'd have that little, 10 or 15 second clip of something that you learned something, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember the one that I remember most. Speaking of G.I. Joe, was when like the guys were getting tired, and so to get some energy, they were like going to get some chocolate bars, and he's like, no, eat an apple instead. It's like the kind of energy that'll last longer, not a sugar high. And
wow.
But
I guess I didn't learn the lesson because I still go for the candy bar every time.
Thanks, Hawkeye.
Man. Yeah, this was Back to the Future was like so classic, and I'm kind of in the same boat. I don't remember seeing it in the theater, but I also just remember it always being there, like I don't remember a time when there wasn't Back to the Future there. And of course, Michael J. Fox, he was like just a cool guy that did it. I mean, he played guitar, he was like in a rock band. He didn't care what anybody thought. And so I remember thinking, man, this guy's awesome. I want to be just like Marty. And then of course Christopher Lloyd, and I remembered him from Clue, the movie. So he was like Professor Plum to me. It was yeah. And so I always dug Christopher Lloyd, and I think every little boy had a crush on Leah Thompson. So
yes, definitely.
Well, and that was the awkward thing for us too, right? Because I'm sure I didn't notice it as a kid, or it didn't stand out to me as, hey, this is kind of weird. But then as an adult, you watch it and it's like, wait a minute, is his mom hitting on him?
Oh yeah, yeah, she totally is.
And that totally became a thing, right?
Yeah,
But I mean, I liked it. The thing that I liked more as an adult than I did as a kid was Huey Lewis. You know,
oh yeah,
his
yeah.
he had Power of Love, and then the song that I can't get out of my head is the Back in Time.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is the theme song to the cartoon show, but I mean it's a little bit more cartooned up.
Of course, right.
But yeah. I love
darn
that
loud.
song. Oh,
It's
yeah.
yeah.
You remember that?
With the megaphone, doesn't he say it through the
Yeah.
megaphone too?
Yeah. Not to get off topic, but Leah Thompson, I remember falling in love with her. Not only this, but Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck. I knew you were going to say
man.
that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, talk about sexy.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And Howard the Duck was that one movie that like I don't
Which is a Marvel movie.
and it looked like a kid's movie, but it totally wasn't.
No, it's not. It's definitely it's proof that George Lucas did a lot of cocaine in the 80s.
Or something, bro.
And if they go, that's one thing. If they go multiverse in Marvel, I want to see that version of Howard the Duck. Just a glimpse. Just like a quick shot. Just
Yeah, that's all you need.
yeah.
I love that James Gunn threw him in there in the first
In Guardians.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, doesn't he come out again in the second
Oh, he's in Endgame.
and
Yeah,
also in
just a
Endgame
quick-
too? Yeah.
Yeah.
In the background, yeah.
Yeah. Howard the Duck. Oh man, that's crazy.
Well, and then I mean, what's crazy is we come full circle because Endgame they reference Back to the Future a lot.
They do. Yeah.
Yeah,
All
right.
about going back in time.
Yeah. You mean Back to the Future lied to us?
Yeah, it is definitely an interesting theory of time travel that they have. But I think my favorite part of the whole thing was the car. I mean, who wouldn't
yeah.
want, the DeLorean is like such a classic look now, it's like who wouldn't want to drive a
Yeah,
DeLorean?
That's like the car of the 80s.
Yeah,
Well,
for real.
that's debatable. I mean, the Batmobile, of course.
Well, I
Or
mean,
Kit, I guess too. But
Oh yes,
But
or
Delo-
Dukes
but-
of Hazzard.
that's true. But DeLorean in general, I think I agree. I think that's like when you think of 80s car, like
It's
you
that
think of a DeLorean, it's
Yeah.
futuristic where the doors go up instead of opening
Yeah.
out. And
like, that's so cool. Even though it was a crappy car, it's like that's
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah.
Did the windows roll down? I hope the windows rolled down at least, because how else would you order takeout? Like
Right.
you're in a fast food
Open the
line.
door.
And the 80s, you can't go to the drive-in because
No
you're
drive-in.
messing with everybody. Hey man, close your door.
Right?
Yeah, that was the thing for me.
Mhm.
And then that classic line at the end of part 1 where he's like, "Where we're going, we don't need roads."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
And then the car just like flies away, and you're like, "What?"
yeah. Dun, 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 dun. And I mean I know Jerry, you're real into the score and everything.
Mhm.
I mean that's one of those classic scores that you hear
Yeah.
now, and it takes you right there to it.
Oh, totally. Alan Silvestri did a fantastic job, and there's even little traces of it in his Endgame score, which is kind of cool as well. Which makes sense. It's like, yeah, you're going
Right,
back in time. But
They should have had Huey Lewis in Endgame. What a waste.
Yeah, they did. You're right. They reference Back to the Future so much. It should have had cast cameos.
Back in time. No, I'm just saying that Back in Time song.
Just had the DeLorean flying around.
Well, and DeLorean flying around. Can you just imagine, like, Iron Man flying by the DeLorean?
And Marty saying, "On your left." No.
That's right. Hey, Doc.
Gee, that was everyone's go-to, like for Marty McFly. It's like, gee, Doc.
This is heavy.
Hey, wait a minute, Doc.
Hey, going back to part 3, that's one of my favorites. I think
Yeah.
that's my favorite also. But maybe because it was the most recent, I guess, for all of us.
Yeah. Yeah.
But are you familiar with the scene at the very end when Doc shows up on the train with his kids?
Uh-huh.
You know what scene I'm talking about?
Yes. Yeah. After the DeLorean gets smashed.
Are you familiar with the scene with his kid though?
No, why? What?
So at the very end, it's kind of you have to look for it. But there's this at the very end, the kid that plays Vern, the little blonde kid.
Uh-huh.
While they're filming, he has to go to the restroom, and you can look this clip up. But there's a right there, and I don't know why the editors didn't catch it, but like he's like mimicking with his hand, like "come here," and then he points at his private area, like he has to go pee. It's like that's
Maybe they just thought it was funny.
Maybe, but
they
it's
left
in the
it
movie.
in. Yeah,
It's in the movie. You gotta look for it.
I'm gonna have to search that out. I had no idea, and I've seen it like
funny.
dozens of times, and I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it's because he's in the background. It's like you don't really notice it, but yeah, he's telling him, "Come here, I gotta go."
Although that's like total kid thing to do, right? I mean,
Yeah.
so it makes sense. They're like, yeah, leave it in. He's a kid. It's okay.
Yeah, it's funny.
So I mean, I even like the premise of part 3 is it almost leads in perfectly to the cartoon, because the cartoon premise is now it's him with his wife and his kids, and they can go anywhere,
Right.
And, so it picks up right after part 3. And I mean, I like that. It put them in different historical situations.
Right.
It let them go anywhere, not just in a, what is it, Twin Valley?
Twin Valley.
Right?
Yeah.
Hill Valley?
Twin Pine?
Hill Valley.
Hill Valley.
Yeah,
Hill
Yeah,
Valley.
you're thinking of the Twin Pines Mall.
Lone
Yeah.
Pine.
Or sorry, Lone Pine Mall.
Lone Pine Mountain.
Which again is like a really clever thing. Like this movie is
Yeah.
really well done. Bob
Yeah.
Zemeckis and Bob Gale, they sat down and hammered it out, and they really thought out of a lot of cool stuff like that. Just little things that you're like, oh yeah, how about that?
I mean, I like Sports Almanac theme in part 2.
In part 2,
Because
yeah.
when you think about it, when people start talking about like, oh, what would you do if you can go back in time? Well, I mean, you would do stuff like that, right? Like I would try to make myself.
I only
rich.
have one beef with that.
I mean, besides going back to kill Hitler, of course, you do that first. But then,
I only have one beef with the almanac
what's that?
because it was like about as thin as a comic book, and you told me you had all those stats.
That's right. Yeah. Maybe the writing was just like a 6-point font or something. Squinting trying to see it.
That is true. How about that Spider-Man #1, right? And just save that.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of things. You buy into Apple, buy into Google.
For real. Start it yourself, Steal it from from Steve Jobs.
Hot Tub Time Machine.
Oh yeah. Lugal.
What is it?
It's Lugal.
Lugal.
Motley Lou. I like when they're like thinking of all the things that they should invent and create first, and he's like Zac Efron.
I mean, but really, like that's when Back to the Future came out. That's what you talked about, right? Like, ooh, what would you do if you can go back in time?
Yeah.
But all these time machine, Hot Tub Time Machine. I mean, all these shows and TV and movies about time travel all reference Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's how classic it was.
If there wasn't Back to the Future, I don't know if we would have had some of the stuff we have.
Oh, we completely agree. And it all started because Bob Gale went back home while he was doing a promotional tour for his film Used Cars. And he just started looking through his dad's yearbook and was like, hey, I wonder if my dad and I would be friends if I was in high school. And so that's kind of how it all turned out. And
That's awesome.
right? It's like, what are you talking about? That's but it's because of that we got this. Originally though, I did think it's kind of interesting. It was going to be a time machine out of a refrigerator. Like, can you imagine like them carrying a refrigerator on like a furniture dolly everywhere they go, just lugging around this fridge?
Or when he first winds up in that barn and it's as a refrigerator instead of a car. He gets shot by that farmer.
Because like, you'd have to be in the fridge, right, in order for it to work. So,
that reminds me of Flight of the Navigator. Remember that movie?
oh,
In the
yeah.
80s where they built their own ship.
Man,
It
That's
just
another
took
one.
us back, right?
That one, Mac and Me. There's all kinds.
Oh yeah.
Mac and Me, yeah, that's another good one. I was always partial to The Last Starfighter. That was one of my
Ooh,
favorites.
Yeah.
That is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I'm just sad we never got a sequel. Maybe we'll get a reboot. I don't know.
Yeah.
Now's
Or,
the time.
Do a sequel now. They're still alive. Let's the new
Yes.
new generation of starfighters. I don't know.
I mean, they brought back Boba Fett for his
Boba
show,
Fett, Cobra Kai. I mean, like,
Man,
it's all out there.
Yeah, exactly. Everything's getting redone or continued. So let's do this.
let's do it.
Hey, where's the next Back to the Future?
Yeah.
I don't know if that'll happen. I think Zemeckis said it, not in his lifetime.
No.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, I don't think Michael J. Fox is in any condition to do it, I guess.
No.
He hasn't really been doing it. No, I mean, he still will randomly make appearances as Marty, especially with Christopher Lloyd, but they're very few and far between.
Yeah. Last show I remember him on was probably like Scrubs. So yeah, it's been a minute.
Which, I mean, I get it. You deal with what you got to deal with, and don't worry about acting or anything like that. But I mean, he's still in all the interviews I've seen with him, he's still around and kicking, and seems like he's doing pretty well. So I mean, good for him.
I did see that him and Christopher Lloyd came out on Jimmy Kimmel.
On Kimmel, yeah.
As Marty McFly and Christopher Lloyd. and Doc Brown.
I think that was like for the anniversary or something.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. So they'll still do random appearances. Christopher Lloyd seems like, I think he was kind of upset that he was known for Doc Brown at first, but he's really come around to like playing him. So now he'll play him, it seems like, at the drop of a hat, which is it's kind of cool.
Which is weird because he did the cartoon, and when no one came back and filmed live stuff for that except for Bill Nye. Yeah. And it was funny, like in the clips, like he references Bill Nye as, I mean, this is pre Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Yeah, so this is early Bill Nye.
Yeah,
yeah. I just wonder how that is to be known for just one thing when you've done so many other things.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, no one's remembering Taxi, bro. Come on.
What about his role in Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
That's what I remembered him from. Yeah. You know what I mean?
The judge, right?
Yeah. I mean, he was scary.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Especially at the end when his eyes popped out and he had those big old cartoon eyes that were red. Yeah. Oh man, that got me. That got me. Totally.
He got up and he had that screechy voice. You mean like this?
Just like this. Yeah. Well, when he's there and he's like he puts that glove on and he just dips the shoe into the dip. Oh man,
We saw this stuff as kids. This was kids' movies for us.
I think like the death of Optimus Prime and the death of Artax, they like messed us up, man.
Artax, oh my god.
The beginning of Bambi.
Bambi, yeah. Those are some sad stuff.
Old Yeller. These were Disney movies.
But Disney was what make you cry.
Yeah.
Well, Pixar movies.
Pixar movies are awesome.
Yeah. Cry in all those movies.
So we get the first one where, in order to escape some Libyan terrorists that are trying to get their plutonium back, Marty gets sent back in time, and he ends up accidentally taking the place of his dad for a bit as like his mother's love interest, because they met when his dad fell out of a tree and his essentially nursed him back to health, and they kind of fell in love like that. And he's the one that actually accidentally falls out of the tree, or not falls out, but he gets hit by the car, and so then she nurses him back to health, and so she starts to fall for him with that whole Florence Nightingale syndrome. And so then the rest of the movie literally is just Marty trying to put his parents back together so that he can be born.
Yeah, right.
This is a crazy premise if you think about it.
Well, it gives us that classic trope of the picture, right? That keeps going. It keeps fading away the more the attraction from the mom switches from the dad to Marty.
Right.
And then it gets stronger once they get back together and stuff like that. He's able to see himself and his brother and sister in the picture.
Which I always thought was a cool effect, the way that they kind of unframed it. It just fade away into nothing. And then when he's playing guitar and he holds up his hand and, you start to see through his hand. I always thought that was so cool.
I always thought, though, if he was such a memorable part of their life, I would have thought they would have named their first child after him. But
They waited to the third.
They're like, oh, well, you know what? We do need to name. We'll save it. We'll save it for our favorite. There you go.
Yeah.
It's a good point. But I like how he inadvertently creates rock and roll.
Chuck Berry.
Yeah, it's your cousin.
This is your cousin,
Marvin Berry. Chuck. So there's like a lot of cool things like that. I like when he's talking about, oh, I've seen this one. It's a classic.
Yeah. He goes, "What do you? Yeah, it's a rerun." He's like, "What do you mean it's a rerun?
What's a rerun?
First time." Yeah.
It's brand new.
Or he's wearing that like big puffy vest, and they're like, "Hey, what are you in the Coast Guard?" Or you got the life preserver on.
Yeah, that was classic. I like when he scares George McFly.
Yeah,
as the alien.
Oh yeah,
Vader?
he's
Yeah.
Darth Vader from the planet Vulcan.
Gosh, that was good. I always liked like Marty, but I liked his guitar playing at the end.
Oh yeah,
when he just starts going off and
he starts shredding. Yeah.
and he starts kicking everything around, and then it ends with him crawling on the floor on his back.
And they're like, what the hell?
And the band just stops.
Yeah, and everyone's just looking at him. He's like, "Well, your kids will love it."
Yeah. Yeah. So of course he ends up getting them back together, go back to the future, and all the changes that they've made where George actually stands up to Biff. Now he's kind of changed the timeline essentially.
Yeah.
And so which again, it's like, does he go back to his own future, or does he go back to an alternate timeline? Like, is that another parallel universe, or is that just like the corrected universe, because we do see a parallel universe later on in part 2 when Biff goes back in time and he changes things. So
I didn't like that part in part 2. Like,
I didn't either.
The whole the moms with Biff now and stuff like that bothered.
I think what upset me the most is they went with Elizabeth Shue instead of the original actress.
Oh yeah.
That did bug me. I mean, Elizabeth Shue was a fantastic actress, so I get why, but that kind of bugged me too. Yeah. I mean, it's like when they replaced Rhodey, you're like, come on.
I did hear, I mean, I don't know the name of the original actress from part 1, but I heard she was a replacement as well.
She was.
Some other actress that did film with Eric Stoltz.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah, there was I don't remember her name either. There was someone else was cast, and I guess when they did the chemistry test, it was her and Eric Stoltz, but also because she was taller than Michael J. Fox. So she just kind of towered over him, and so that's when they got what's her name, the new Jennifer from part 1.
Okay, tell me I wasn't the only one that got into kind of skateboarding off of this movie.
I think everybody wanted to hang on to the back of a car.
The back of a car, right?
Yeah.
How many kids died because of this movie?
I wonder if there's an actual stat somewhere on that.
Yeah, where's the statistics, bro? Because everyone that I knew wanted to hang on to the back of a Jeep or the back of a car and pull us on our skateboard, even though, no, that wasn't happening.
Can you imagine if like they had to brake suddenly and you just slam into the car?
I know. I remember. I don't know when it was. It had to have been after watching this movie. I remember tying a rope to like one of my friend's bikes or a cousin's bike or something. While they were riding, I was hanging on at the end of the rope with the skateboard.
Nice. I was never good at skateboarding, like at all. I was terrible.
I wasn't either. I was just holding on.
I guess. My cousins were really good. They built like a half pipe in their backyard, and they'd skate like crazy. But I was terrible at it. So it would have been cool though. But you're right. Like seeing Marty do that, and then in part 2 when he does it, but on a hoverboard.
Yeah.
I mean, those hoverboards were rad. Like everybody wanted a hoverboard.
Right, because that was the future to us, right? We're like, we're gonna have hoverboards.
We do, I guess.
Yeah.
They still got wheels.
They do, yeah. Although there are, you think of like hovercrafts, and that kind of makes sense.
I do like how that particular scene in that town square where he's on the hoverboard, and then Biff runs into the manure, plays into all three movies.
Yeah. Manure. I hate manure.
And so that was a classic thing too, like in the movies, and then it translates to this cartoon as well.
The cartoon, yeah.
Is that in every historical sense that they go into, there's a Biff Tannen.
A Tannen somewhere.
Yeah, there's a Tannen. There's some kind of Tannen descendant that's there at the time they're going back to. That is the villain. You know what I mean?
I want to see his family tree.
I know, yeah. Same here. It's a little suspect.
Yeah.
This dude's everywhere. You know, what if he secretly goes back in time as well? What if he has his own time machine?
Oh, well, I mean, he did for a little while, right?
Planting his seed in everywhere.
That's crazy. That's paradoxical there.
Tannen Hitler, and yeah.
I mean, well, yeah, I mean, and you're right. They do have like adventures all over time, all over the world. So we go to the Old West in part 3, which is really cool. I did like part 3 a lot. I mean, and I did see part 2 and part 3 in the theater. I remember those for sure. I want to say I did see part 1 as well, but I don't have like a vivid memory of it. But part 3, I do remember sitting there and just seeing the effect and that big old train at the end. I remember building a train out of Legos like that, you know, that where you could fold the wheels in, just because I thought it was so cool.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're from Texas, so I mean, not lucky. He's not. He's
raised here.
He's from California, so we can't
That's okay.
But that's what people thought about us, right? In Texas, that we're a bunch of cowpokes, you know.
Old West, yeah.
We're the Old West and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah, I always got that. Oh, you guys ride horses over there? No.
Yeah, it's like horses. Why would we ride horses?
You wear cowboy boots. My favorite part was was it John Wayne or Clint Eastwood?
Clint Eastwood. Yeah.
He's like, that's a dumb name.
Although he did borrow the steel plate trick, under his poncho. It's like, yeah.
I really liked the tie-in to the first movie where he's playing the arcade game, the shoot 'em up game, where it plays in the part 3 where he's shooting the ducks.
Oh yeah,
targets.
Yeah,
that's where he wins his gun. Right?
Yeah, when he first breaks in, and there's all the Indians chasing him.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It was just like a sign right in the drive-in.
Yeah. And you know, they end up, you know, shooting arrows into the DeLorean and breaking it down. So, you know, that leads to him finding the blacksmith, and then there's Doc.
Yeah. Well, I do like how in every single era he goes to find Doc, you know. So in the first one, when he goes back to the 50s, he goes to find Doc right away, and he's got that big old contraption to try to read people's minds on his head. I don't even know what the science is on that, but
and then I know there was some kind of controversy that the dad never returned, right? Like the actor that played the dad in part 1, he didn't return for 2 or 3, Crispin Glover, and they had a lookalike actor, I think, for part 2, and then part 3, when they go back in time, then it's Marty playing an older version of someone from his family.
Right, of his ancestor. Yeah. I mean, I heard he was a nightmare to work with. You know, that he didn't think his character would do certain things, even though the script needed him to do certain things. And so
for Crispin Glover?
For Crispin Glover,
he's a little off.
Yeah. Well, he had a thing that I think he came on like David Letterman, and he did like one of those Joaquin Phoenix, some weird things on there.
I imagine him as his character from Charlie's Angels, kind of that weird guy who was like smelling the hair.
Oh yeah. Remember? He was kind of creepy. Yeah.
He did have a vibe, but apparently him and Bob Zemeckis got into it quite a bit, and so much so that he, like, when they'd be filming, he kept leaving frame, you know, and then coming back in, and so they had to, like, the crew actually had to like build like a little fence and be like, okay, you can walk around in this fence, and like that's all you get.
My God. Imagine that, man.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Well, it's no wonder they didn't bring him back.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely get it, and I don't know if it was him or Zemeckis's choice, but either way, I mean, I completely understand when it's someone's that hard to work with, and you're on a schedule. I mean, you got to do what you got to do, you know.
Yeah.
So he definitely didn't come back for the cartoon. Which, I mean, I guess we can get into the cartoon. This was from 1991, like you said. I kind of enjoyed this cartoon for what it was. I mean, it was nothing special. A lot of the character designs were interesting, I guess. Like one of those crooks, the orphan guys, kind of reminded me of like the Wild Thornberries cartoon. He had like the big red hair.
Well, I thought it was classic. I mean, I know 91 or whatever, but I thought it was classic 80s as far as the kind of cartoon style that we go to. Luck talked about earlier the Super Mario Brothers kind of aspect of it. But for me, it was like almost Inspector Gadget-y, the way that Doc Brown was portrayed and everything like that. And then the drawing looked very Nickelodeon. I don't know. It gave me a Nickelodeon vibe.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
One thing that got me, it looks like they were trying to steal a lot of different things, I guess, from London or English type of stuff. When they're in the bar with thugs, one character that I immediately recognized, or at least what I thought of, was the Looney Tunes Jekyll and Hyde character. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
I do know.
He had like a big jaw.
Yeah.
And I was like, that looks like the Looney Tunes Jekyll and Hyde. It's like, I don't know if that was their inspiration, but it looked like they brought in a lot of different things from other areas.
Yeah. I mean, the whole thing was a strange combo, but I kind of dug it. It's just like there was a whole lot of different subplots going on. And I don't know if all the subplots married very well, but I still kind of like, if I had watched this when I was 11, I think I would have appreciated it just way more. I'm kind of sad that I missed out on it.
Yeah, well, I think too, it's like, I mean, I looked at it now, and I thought I appreciate it more now than I would have back then.
Oh, I got you.
Because,
yeah.
11, 12-year-old me, I would have been like, no, I'm cool. I watch Batman the Animated Series now. It's like, I don't watch that kiddie stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, the history nerd in me, makes me think that I should have gotten into that a little bit more.
Right.
With it.
One thing that got me is like, when I first got into it, I was like, here we go, another Christmas Carol story. But it's not your typical Christmas story.
No.
Christmas Carol. It has certain elements, but it's got its own twist on it, which was kind of refreshing.
Well, it's funny because this is, I think, the second episode or second cartoon Christmas Carol that you've covered with me, Joe. The first one was Scooby-Doo, and both of them had like weird Christmas ghosts. So like on the Scooby-Doo was a ghost of Christmas never. And here he's just the ghost of Christmas.
Yeah. and he asked him too. He's like, is it past, present? He goes, yes.
Yeah. He's like all of the above. Yeah.
But I mean, I love that because Christmas Carol is one of my favorite stories. Luck and I got into it when we talked Roseanne, the Halloween episodes.
Oh yeah.
And I've messaged you about it before. Jerry's like, when are you going to cover that? Because that's a Christmas Carol. She goes and she sees the ghost of Halloween past, present, and future. I love that. Love that aspect. Love that story. I want to say, if I had a favorite, it's probably the Muppet Christmas Carol.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But I love that aspect of any Christmas story. So I thought it was cheesy the way they got into it when his wife's character Mary Steenburgen's like, it's hot as the Dickens, and he's like, great Scott, let's go.
Yeah, he's like, hey, what a great idea.
I think the actual quote, and it's not exactly my gag me with the spoon, but he's like, jumping jingle bells.
That's awesome. You don't get phrases like that anymore, that's for sure.
Yeah. And he had, throughout the show, he had a bunch of them that were like that. I'm looking through my notes, but I know I had a few of them written down because of it.
Jumping jingle bells.
I think what I like too about this show is like all the cliches, like they just throw out all the like they're everywhere.
Oh, especially with the English accents. Once they get back into that time, into 1845, oh man, the English accents were so stereotypical.
Yeah.
It was every bad English accent that you could think of as an American that you would make. You know what I mean?
Just
Blimey.
surprised we didn't get a hello, governor.
Hello, governor.
I wouldn't have put it past him, honestly.
Let's throw another shrimp on the Barbie.
Good day,
I think
Mike.
that's Australian, but
Yeah.
Okay, it all goes together. Crocodile Dundee, it all goes together.
I thought you were quoting Dumb and Dumber when she says Austrian, and so he does that one. Oh man, so this is a fun like Christmas in July type episode because it's like a hot July,
Yeah.
and so we get that classic line, and he's like, hey, you've simultaneously stated the cause and the answer, or the cause and the solution to our problems. And so,
Yeah.
like you said, they go to Christmas Eve in, what is it, 1845, I believe? Something like
1845 London, yeah.
Yeah. And so then they get into shenanigans there. But it's like you kind of get, of course, a Christmas Carol, but you also kind of get like, what is it, Oliver Twist as well, a little bit.
Yes.
We have like the burglars' kids just stealing, pickpocketing and reporting to their not owner, I guess. I don't know, boss,
whoever that guy is.
I don't know what you want to call it. Yeah.
His accent was great though.
Like he only stole watches. It was like a bunch of watches. Like
Yeah.
the only thing to steal, I guess.
That's it. Yeah, that's all you have, just pickpockets. But it's funny because he's pickpockets the keys to the DeLorean.
Yes.
Because for some reason, this is when is it Jules? Yeah. Jules is like, hey, I want to prove that I'm a valued member of this family. And so he asks to borrow the keys to the DeLorean so he can watch it. And Doc Brown's like, yeah, okay, I guess you're old enough. Like that's how that whole subplot gets started. And that's juxtaposed with Epiphnezer.
Yeah.
What a great name. Epiphnezer Tannen trying to close a toy store because they're an hour late on their mortgage payment or their rent or whatever it is. And so then Claire gets thrown in jail. So then that's in a whole nother subplot where Doc has to like rescue them. And then we need Marty as well with his whole, shtick of trying to make Scrooge feel better.
Yeah. And then he's trying to convince Epiphnezer Tannen, that he's the ghost of Christmas past, present, and future, and he goes after him. But there's a scene too where I want to say Marty goes into a shop, and they're looking at Marty go into the shop, and he talks to this girl, where she turns right around and slaps him, and I couldn't get it out of my head. Like, what did Marty say to her? Like, what kind of pervert did they make Marty into that he goes and he gets slapped by this woman?
I don't know, because wasn't he kind of it seemed like he was kind of a ladies' man, I guess.
Yeah.
Although there is that where that scene where he's walking with Jennifer and those two girls walk by and he kind of looks at him, in the first movie.
Oh yeah.
So, I guess it makes sense. He sees a pretty girl, he goes crazy for her. I don't know. But
it has Power of Love playing in the background.
But shouldn't he be married at this time though?
Could be, yeah. Maybe they're just engaged.
Well, I think if you go to a different time zone, you're seeing
what happens.
Yeah.
It doesn't count.
Get out of your area code.
It doesn't count.
Another funny part to me, though, this is 1991, 92, whatever.
Right.
When it comes out. Marty's driving. Well, he's not driving. He's in his hoverboard.
He's got the hoverboard, yeah.
Watching a movie while he's driving. Or he's watching like a Godzilla movie, right? On his hoverboard.
Yeah.
I mean, this is 91, Jerry. Like, that's like almost present day when someone's driving and trying to watch their phone, right? But this is in 1991, bro. Like, they were ahead of us.
Yeah. They saw the future.
Right?
Maybe their time travel does exist. They came to the future and said, oh, people have their phones everywhere. They can watch anything. And they went back in time and wrote it in the episode.
Yeah, you can drive across town and watch your favorite show at the same time. It's perfect.
and he just has it. I think it's just like taped onto his hoverboard, isn't it? It doesn't seem like it's attached very well.
It's like and it shows like, and it's a full blown Godzilla movie that he's watching.
Which he later on uses to like scare Biff straight.
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say he uses it. I say it's an accident.
Yeah, he accidentally, and Biff's like, "Oh, what was that?" And he's like, "Well, that's what's gonna happen."
Yeah, it's so we get the subplot with Jules and Vern, and they're like meet up with this little street urchin trying to get the keys back, and essentially they're like pressed into service, like they got to be with the dude, they got to work for him, or else
they're not going to get the keys back.
Well, that too, but I mean, who knows what he was going to do to him? I don't know.
Yeah. Because like you said that the wife gets arrested, right? Carol, what's her name is?
Clara
gets arrested, but I mean, Biff kind of takes her because he hits on her. She doesn't bite, and then he's like, "All right, well, you can come in too."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That she was very becoming, as he said, and I was just like, "What the hell?" Like Biff just kidnapped her.
It was the 19th century. He's the rich guy. He owns the police.
They're real loose with that.
There's like hundreds of people in the jail with them.
Yeah. They have like a whole wing dedicated to Biff Tannen.
I'm pretty sure I saw
Biff Sneezer.
I'm pretty sure I saw Count Chocula in there. If you look hard enough, guys, he's there.
I wouldn't have put it past him, honestly, with some of these character designs.
Like that old man, he was like, "Yeah, I've been in here since I was wrinkly and no teeth and drooling." Like, I never been out there.
He's like, I was a baby.
Yeah, I was here as a baby.
But I love when Marty goes up to him, and so he takes him to like different areas to see what he's done, and he sees like the 6-year-old kid suffering, and he's like, or he sees the children suffering. He's like, "Oh, it reminds me of someone that owed me money." Like, he's just like this hard-hearted dude. He doesn't get like nothing affects him until he sees Godzilla.
He goes when he's like, that kid owed me $600. Like, good Lord, what did he do?
I may or may not be saying that later. But I love Doc.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, exactly. But Doc tries to like rescue the kids. He realizes what happened, and so he tries to rescue the kids, and he gets caught. And I like the way he's like strung up, and he's like completely wrapped. It's like classic cartoon tying up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just wrap him around.
Yeah, exactly. Just a hold him.
That was the classic Scooby-Doo rap right there.
That's right. Yeah. Although, you know what? I've seen The Last Dragon, so I know I can just pop and lock my way out of those kind of raps. So.
Oh yeah.
Show enough.
Who's the master?
Hey guys, I mean, I don't want to get off on a tangent, but as Jerry says, it's not a podcast unless we do that. I'm ready for Bruce Leroy to walk on the Cobra Kai.
Do you think Hilary Swank is going to come back?
Maybe. I know Ralph Macchio said it's a possibility.
I mean, I guess she technically is in the same universe, but like they didn't interact. So
yeah. Oh, she only knows Mr. Miyagi, and he's gone.
Well,
right. Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know. Maybe they met at like a Miyagi party or something.
I don't want to give up my theme because if they go and make it, I'm going to sue them. But hear me out. At the end of, when we start the next, they go into, we Chosen and we go into Japan. Mm-hmm. And then, he finds this wizard that's there, and that wizard's going to cast a spell to make Cobra Kai go away. And then the scale gets messed up because he's like, no, Mr. Wizard, do this. And then,
it sounded familiar here.
And then, when the spell, when it ends up cracking, then, you see the smoke, and then you see Jackie Chan and Jaden Smith step through.
Mr. Han.
Cobra Kai, enter the multiverse.
Put on your jacket. Take off your jacket.
Hey, I'm just saying Will Smith is a producer, Jaden Smith isn't that far away.
I wouldn't put it past him. Oh man. So Jules and Vern end up having to pickpocket for Murdoch, and they do terrible jobs. Like they steal the guy's underwear, don't they?
His underwear and sockets
and his trousers or something. Yeah.
Like, you stink.
So of course Murdoch's not too happy with him, and Reg is trying to defend him. But I like how they basically, when they're asleep at night, they're like, "Hey, look, we can help you get out of here." They basically convince Reg to set him free. He's like, "Yeah, okay, let's do it."
To be a good kid, because God, Reg is living on the streets, man, picking pockets.
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much. So Marty has to figure out a way to set Clara free, and the Fedgewicks. They're the shop owners, of course, close to Fezziwick.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he's got to get him to set him free. So he visits Biff. He takes him to all these different places, and as we mentioned, it's not until his movie projector accidentally falls off the hoverboard.
Yeah.
That and shows Godzilla, because nothing says Christmas like Godzilla.
Oh yeah.
So that's what actually scares Biff, and so he releases all the prisoners. And the next day, on Christmas Day, when he goes to apologize and be nice, he notices Marty, and he's like, "Wait a minute."
So then he tries to go after Marty, right? And then is that when we get the classic kind of almost Manure type scene where he's chasing him, but because we're in 1845 Dickens time, you don't fall in manure, you fall in figgy pudding, right?
Yeah, of course. Well, especially on Christmas Eve.
Yes, of course.
Or Christmas Day, I guess.
It's crazy. I didn't pick up on figgy pudding until I heard your episode where you talked about making figgy pudding for Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Is it actually figs?
It can be. It usually it's like plums and raisins and things like that, but sometimes figs are included too. I think you'll hear it also called plum pudding or just Christmas pudding as well, which is interesting. But I've never tried it, but I want to so bad. I want to try it just because. What the heck,
Yeah, I forget who you had on that y'all were talking about it, but I want to say he mentioned a lot of alcohol being in it.
Yeah, it was a Brian Earl from Christmas Past podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, he was saying that I think he ended up putting way too much, but it was still tasty.
Oh yeah, that's what you say about most liquor, right?
That's true.
By the third or fourth shot, you're like, yeah, it's good.
But then, so we get the wrap up by Doc Brown, and he cuts to Bill Nye, and Bill Nye kind of shows him about potential energy and kinetic energy.
Yeah.
Where he does the classic pendulum, bowling ball on a string trick, and doesn't flinch because he knows it's never going to hit him again. So
that took me back to, of course, Bill Nye the Science Guy, but going farther back in our time, Mr. Wizard.
Yeah.
And then 3, 2, 1, contact. Do y'all remember that one?
I do.
Contact.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
It's the feeling.
Is that where they did the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10?
I think that was Sesame Street.
Oh, was it? I don't remember which one. Or no, that was the Electric Company.
That was the Electric Company, with Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
Oh, we're old.
This is for real. This is a pretty cool episode. I don't know if it's going to be in my Christmas canon, but just the fact that they kind of took the Christmas Carol and twisted it a little bit. I kind of dug that, just like you mentioned, just something different, with that classic story. So I like whenever they take those stories and just change them up a bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I want to say that's one of the reasons why, I love all the Roseanne Halloweens, but that twist on it, and I think I told Luck at the time we covered it, I don't know why more I guess holidays don't go that Christmas Carol way. Jerry, I know you had a show on where it may have been the Christmas Past episode where they talked about all the incarnations of a Christmas Carol that you see out there.
Mm-hmm.
But Roseanne did it great with the Halloween episode, I thought.
Yeah. She totally did. And I'll be covering those eventually. Just haven't gotten to them yet. But I'll make sure to give you a call when I do.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, it's that, and maybe Scrooge is probably my favorite right now because
Scrooged, yeah.
I've been on that kick where I've that's gotten into my Christmas canon, and I watch that one every year.
Yeah, me
and
too.
And then seeing Bill Murray come back. Spoiler alerts for the new Ghostbusters. I mean, seeing him in that was
I'm
awesome.
hearing he's going to be in some kind of Marvel character as well.
Yeah, that he's supposedly a villain in Quantumania, Ant-Man and the Wasp 3.
But bro, the end of that Ghostbusters, man, you want to talk crying?
Oh.
Oh boy, it was.
I was tearing up.
Yep, it was definitely quite an emotional send-off, I think.
Dude, like, right? Like, oh my God, like, it was coming down. I was just like, oh God, it's more than allergies, guys.
It's just, I'm not crying, you're crying.
and I don't think, I mean, the kids liked the movie for what it was, but I don't think they got that emotional aspect at the end.
Right.
I mean, where the girl's holding the gun and then he comes by her and then he holds the gun with her. I'm gonna start crying now. Shoot.
So that's what happens when we become dads.
Right?
Stuff like that just gets us.
Me, I was thinking of Star Wars. Like, he's a Force ghost.
Yeah. He was secretly a Jedi.
Yeah.
This whole time, it wasn't really the proton packs. It was just him.
They're lightsabers.
Kyber, they're Kyber crystals in there.
Oh,
They're Kyber
it all
crystals.
comes together.
Oh man, yeah. So this is apparently this is officially in an alternate universe. So there is an actual multiverse in the Back to the Future canon.
Yeah.
That's official. And I think it's because there's a few contradictions here and there with the original trilogy. So instead, they just decided to go ahead and make it like an alternate timeline. So it would be cool one of these days, like you mentioned, to go ahead and get like a crossover.
Yeah.
You got to bring Eric Stoltz in. Come on, throw the guy a bone, bro.
The serious Marty.
Yeah, I thought about that too, because Doc Brown in the movies, he was like, "No, we can't be doing this."
Right.
In the TV show, hey, let's just go.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's completely different. But
Marty.
It's a cartoon. You got to have some excuse to have some sort of adventure.
Again, too, I liked.
Although at the end he did say, I figured, what the hell, So I guess he does change a bit.
I mean, I like that they use the historical aspect of the, to be able to take you to different times. Then you learn a little something about each of those times in these episodes that they go into.
Right.
So, man, I mean, like I said, as a history nut, sad that I didn't get into it as a kid.
Right. Although I do like how the choir can sing exposition.
Oh,
just like, hey, what happened? And then the choir just makes up in perfect harmony.
Yeah,
right. Like chorale style. Yeah. It's like, what?
Yeah, Jerry, you're covering some of my ending part, bro. But yeah,
sorry.
That choir, man, they gave you everything until Marty was like, hey, cut the song out. Just tell us what happened.
That's kind of 80s. Marty. That's kind of 80s though, right? Where there's like usually someone narrating, but not really.
Oh, you got to have exposition from somewhere, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, man. But, it does make me wonder, guys, like, what would you say would be like your happiest memory or moment with Back to the Future?
Even though part 2 is probably my least favorite, just like the whole future aspect, the hoverboards, especially Biff's hoverboard, like the Mad Dog or whatever.
Oh,
that was
a cool one. Yeah.
I was like, man, I want that. I think just as a kid thinking what the future would be like, and that was cool, even though, we know what our future is, but
right.
Yeah. Well, for me, Jerry, I would say Back to the Future. It was one of those movies that came out early 80s that I remember. My mom had 8 sisters and they were all pretty close. And that's a lot of cousins you're going to have, right? We're all Mexican.
Right.
We have a lot of cousins.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
A lot of primos out there. But, we would get together and of course they'd probably be outside, having their barbecue, drinking, whatever like that. And the kids would all get together and we'd all watch these big movies together. Like I remember watching Karate Kid in that setting. And then, and this one too, Back to the Future Part 1, we all watched it together and it's maybe 20 of us cousins shoved into one living room, everyone laying on top of each other or on the floor or whatever.
Right.
And most likely we watched it on a rented VCR because none of us had a VCR. If you remember that time in the 80s when you could rent the VCR.
I do remember that time.
In like big case.
Yeah.
They were huge. Yeah.
It came in one of those Secret Service cases. And, I remember that was a happy memory for me, going back. And that was the first time that I watched Back to the Future that I remember.
Yeah. Yeah. I think for me, and I agree that hoverboard part was just like awesome.
Yeah.
But I think my favorite part really is as a musician, just him playing guitar with the band and like just blowing everybody away with that awesome guitar solo. I mean, he starts tapping. I mean, it's crazy. And one by one, the band members just start like dropping out because they're like, what is going on?
It's your cousin, Marvin Berry.
But as a kid, I think for sure it was like the Old West, like all the gunfights. I thought that was pretty awesome. Because, who doesn't love a good gunfight when you're a kid,
But and at that point, the Westerns for us weren't that great, right?
Right.
They had Bonanza and Gunsmoke out there. We weren't watching that.
And then, keeping with that music theme, they kept it throughout all three movies, especially when they had ZZ Top. I thought it was so cool. And
yeah, they spin their guitars.
Yeah, I was like, that's the coolest thing ever.
Yeah. Yeah, that was super awesome. And by the way, you mentioned earlier the couple of songs from the soundtrack. There's another one called Time Bomb Town by Lindsey Buckingham. I'd never really paid attention to it before. I'd always kind of just skipped it like on the soundtrack. And about a couple of months ago, like I finally sat down and just like listened to this song. And man, it was like an awesome song. I was like, this song is rule. It's weird. It's like 80s, but weird, but the chord progression's just cool and the rhythms. And so I was just like, I'm all in on Lindsey Buckingham now.
That's on the original soundtrack?
Yeah, it's on the sound. It's like the second track or something, but
I gotta look that one up.
It's definitely 80s. I'll tell you that.
Nice.
Take it for what it's worth. But yeah, I think that would be mine. It would just be, like him and then his hand, like holding up his hand and like disappearing. And I mean, that whole scene at the end with the enchantment under the sea dance is just, like, yeah.
Yeah. And I like once he gets the kiss, like he pops right up.
He just,
like,
yeah, he's like, I'm here.
Yeah.
It's a blues riff in B. Follow me for the changes. It's like, yeah, this guy knows what it's at.
Yes, sir.
But now we come to my favorite part of the show, which is a little segment I like to call Gag Me with the Spoon. So this is where we do our best impressions of our least favorite part of the episodes. As a guest, I'll let you go ahead and go first. Just kind of set up the scene for us and we'll go from there.
I don't know if it was one scene in particular, but I think every time they said Reggie or Reg with their greenish brown teeth. I don't know if you noticed that. I guess all the English people, they made them like
they had gold.
At least the bad guys, they had like bad teeth.
They did,
Reggie. Just every time they called Reggie.
I dig it. What about you, Joe?
There was two of the bad guys, and they go, okay, deal with me here, guys. Blimey, Murdoch and Wilkins wrapped up like Christmas gifts they are.
Yeah, that's a cheesy line there. Yeah. I picked something similar. So this is where when he's showing him like the people in the prison, Marty's showing Epiphnezer. So this I can't get over that name. Epiphnezer. he kind of says, or he sees him kind of tearing up a little bit, choking up, and Marty says something like, hey, it's finally getting to you, or do you understand? Yeah. And he says, Epiphnezer says, No, I just remembered a little 8-year-old who owes me 6 pence. It's like, this guy.
And then it was all those like, and then like again, Doc Brown had some of the good ones too.
Yeah.
The jumping jingle bells got me. Jumping jingle bells. Jumping jingle bells.
I got to start saying that everywhere.
It fit, it fit for the Christmas episode.
Yeah. Biff with the money thing on this episode. It reminded me of I imagine Biff as the kid from Better Off Dead. I want my $2.
$2, yeah.
which is technically a Christmas movie.
Yep. I have someone has brought it up to me.
Oh, I'm sure Jerry's gonna get it in somehow.
Yeah, I'll get to it eventually. Maybe closer to May or June. It'll be fun. Man. But I do gotta know, like G.I. Joe taught us that knowing is half the battle. What do you think the other half is?
Well, I think for me, if you want to know the other half, just ask the carolers on the corner because they'll be able to tell you.
What about you, Luck?
Yeah.
I could go into a second one. I mean, knowing's half the battle, but another quarter part, it's maybe not the other half of it, but a quarter part for us, watching, right?
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, well, for me, I thought if knowing is half the battle, the other half was hiding more of your face if you're the ghost of Christmas future so that you won't be recognized later.
Yes, that's a good one. Wait a minute.
You're the same bloke.
Again, going back, I guess that Scooby-Doo moment, like pull the mask. Wait a minute.
It's old man Marty. Oh man, guys, this has been a lot of fun talking Back to the Future and this episode in particular with you. But tell me about your shows.
Well, our show. You want to tell them how we got started?
Well, yeah. Well, Jerry, I want to say we kind of owe you a little bit of it because I want to say the first time Lucky heard me on a podcast was on your podcast.
Oh, okay.
We did the Scooby-Doo episode with the great Anthony Crusoe. I got to give him a shout out. Lucky's here in San Antonio. Chuck and Adam from Just Another Friday Night. I heard Lucky on their show, and then I got a hold of him, as I do because I'm a fan. And I reached out to him and I told him, I was like, I really like your show, and I want to say I brought up something to Luck that he had forgot about. It was so long ago in his show.
Yeah,
but I brought up something, and we started talking, and we thought about doing a show together, and we kind of wanted to come from the aspect of, we do now watch this, but at the same time, I think, we could do listening, like to music, now hear this or now read this or something like that. But,
right.
It's really just two kind of dork dads coming at it and talking about, different movies, different shows. We don't always, comedy it up or we're not always trying to be funny. I want to say it was our second or third episode. We did Field of Dreams and and we're talking about it. And Luck and I had knew each other for maybe 2 or 3 weeks at this time, and we're crying online together.
Yeah. Basically, I've only known Joe going barely on a year right now.
Yeah.
But we find out we like a lot of the same things. We like a lot of the same movies, TV shows, and we're just like, hey, yeah, let's do this. So our show, basically, we talk about, or we watch movies, and it's like our TV shows in commentary style. We kind of just talk while we're watching the movie. Sometimes we talk about the movie, sometimes we don't. We go off on tangents. We talk about ourselves, our families, being dads, and we just make the most of it. We have fun.
Right on. Right on.
A lot of times it's the movies, and then it's the movies and how they affected us or how we react to them, not necessarily, the theme of the movie, everything like that. And then, we kind of found it eerie that we talk about like the most random movie that we thought we were the only ones that liked back in the day. And then he's like, hey, did you ever watch this movie? And it's like, I love that movie. What are you talking about? So we're not always going to hit up on what's coming out now. It's like
right.
We did Renaissance Man, and
yeah.
I looked, and we're probably the only podcast that did an episode on Renaissance Man. It's some random movie in the 90s, but I think it hit us at a time that it meant a lot to us when it came out. So, that's what we covered on our show.
Right.
Just recently, he was telling me, have you seen this stupid movie in the 80s? It's about a guy that he becomes a ghost, and then he comes back and helps his kid become cool in school. And I was like, you mean like the Heavenly Kid?
Heavenly Kid.
Like,
yeah.
He's like, yeah. And I'm like,
heck
oh,
yeah.
I love that.
I love that movie. I used to watch it all the time.
Right?
I was like, I can't believe he knew what I was talking about. I was like, must be Japanese.
Right. Yeah, man, like, I mean, it's crazy that we became so similar. And, like I said, we owe you a lot of credit. We owe Just Another Friday Night a lot of credit because, without me being a fan of your guys' show and talking to you guys, I wouldn't have met Luck. And, I joke around about it all the time. I got pretty lucky because,
But he'll be here all week, folks.
Yes, try the bill. But it's one that we've gotten along so well and stuff like that. But it's another that kind of luck just asked me to come in, sit down, and talk. And I mean, we all know I can do that. So
yeah, and that's what it's all about. I mean, part of it why you got emotional early on. It's like, I don't know about for you, Jerry, but it's kind of
it's a stressful time right now, right?
It's a release, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's a break from our everyday lives where we can just talk about whatever and not think about what else is going on. But
definitely,
it helps me a lot personally.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, I'm right there with you. It's definitely a fun way to de-stress.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. And so where can they find you guys?
You can find us on social media at Now Watch This Pod, or out at Now Watch This, sorry, on Instagram, TikTok. I think you have the Twitter, right?
Yeah, there's Twitter going, and we have our Facebook group, the Now Watch This Watchers, where we encourage people to come in, interact,
suggest stuff for us to watch.
People suggest stuff, we put it in our watch box, and that's where we've gotten some of the picks for the movies that we do is something that's been suggested by a user. So,
nice.
It's fun.
And we also have merchandise. If you want a t-shirt that says Now Watch This, or a hat or whatever, at my website, which is 3leggedrabbit.com. That's the number 3leggedrabbit.com.
Yeah. Right on. Yeah, definitely go check it out. Great show. It's a lot of fun, and get some merch, guys.
Yeah.
Go sport some merch.
I never thought my face would be on a shirt, but there you
go. Go wear Joe. Come on.
Yeah. It could be your ugly Christmas shirt or something.
There you go.
There you go. Oh man, guys, this has been a blast. Thanks again for coming on. I really had a great time.
Yes,
I had a great time, man.
And,
awesome.
And Jerry, I'm telling you, I give you a lot of credit, but your show, man, it's just great. I'm a fan because I think I message you after almost every show that you do. But,
yeah. You forgot to say this.
Yeah. Well, it's one thing like Jerry's so professional and stuff like that. And then the podcasting community that comes along with it, because I think through Jerry, I started listening to the podcast. And then you have so many people on your show that leads to people listening to your show and then going on to listen to their show and stuff like that. So, I mean, I hope that translates, that does this for us, but if anything, it's just something to be on your show, man. Because
I don't know about that, but
come on,
but thank you. I appreciate it.
Obviously, you were an inspiration for Joe to want to get started, and the same thing for me. I started listening to a podcast, and I thought, these guys are just regular dudes just talking. It's like, you know what, I could do that, and that's how I get started. And then I meet other people from other shows and other podcasts, and here I am with Joe. Here we are with you. So.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know?
I love it. It's one big community, and especially in this time when,
Yeah.
with all the COVID stuff. I mean, it's great to just be able to talk to people sometimes. So
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
It's everyone's so supportive of each other.
yeah,
Like I won't get into certain particulars, but I know I've reached out to certain podcasters or certain podcasters reach out to me. Like if I'm talking about I'm having a bad day, something like that. I get a message here or there, like, hey man, what's going on, stuff like that, talking to different people. So it's like you said, Jerry, it's a community.
yeah,
And we're all, pushing each other, helping each other and stuff like that. That's why, I've told Chuck and Adam, I'll tell you the same thing. You ever need anybody to get on with you, I'm always down to get on and jump on with you.
right on. I'll remember that.
Plus, I want my ratty, Jerry. I want my ratty this year.
You guys are definitely going to be nominated for
This
best
year.
for
Yeah.
raddest guest duo. So there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. And we have to beat Chuck and Adam. So,
uh-oh. He's thrown the gauntlet down.
raddest duo in San Antonio.
Oh, head to head. Oh man. On that note, I'll wrap it up by saying I'm the ghost of Christmas, past, present, or future. All of the above. So check us out on our social media pages, Facebook and Instagram at Totally Rad Christmas and Twitter at Rad Christmas. And if you're feeling like Epiphanizer on Christmas morning, leave us a review on iTunes. Not only does it help us reach more people, but you also get a free sticker. Now, don't forget to check out our merch shop on tpublic.com and our brand new website, totallyradchristmas.com, courtesy of Tis the Podcast Elf, Tom Crow. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a safe night. Later, dudes.
Let's all tune in to Now Watch This, a show that we can listen to whenever we wish.
From comedy shows to scary flicks, you'll laugh and cry with these two guys that make you flip your lid. Field of Dreams to No Holds Barred, Clerks after Renaissance Man.
We don't want to grow up, 'cause if we did, we couldn't do Now Watch This. Bonk, bonk.
I don't want to grow up.
This is Lucky the Dork Dad,
And this is Lil Joe.
and we are the hosts of Now Watch This, a podcast where we watch TVs, we watch movies, and we like to talk about it, and we like for you guys to listen. So listen to us anywhere you get podcasts and at nowwatchthispod.com.
For social media, you can look us up at Now Watch This on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. For merch, you can find us at the number 3leggedrabbit.com. That's the number 3leggedrabbit.com. We got you covered from shirts to shorts to hoodies to thongs y todo.
So again, find us at nowwatchthispod.com. And remember,
Keep watching and keep listening.